too many stickies in one spot. You want to spread them out more. Is this demo a ringer? Or is this your actual demo?
This is our demo.
Okay, yeah, okay. So I'm not sure. Yes, so these stickies are grouped up to once. You want to spread them out more. So in terms of sticky spots, you can put 1 or 2 on the doors. You definitely don't want to put 3 on the doors. Other good sticky spots are, why not? Because 1 crit sticky will kill anything that needs to be killed.
Hey Doc, is this demo, our oats, our demo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, so you can also put crit stickies underneath this log, on the end of the log right here. You can put them down here on the tracks. You can put them up here on the roof. You can put them back here, like on the inside of this post here. You can put them down in the sign. You can put them on the inside of this post here. The ones over here are to kill the med. The other ones are to kill cart pushers or people walking over the log. In terms of other things you can do, you do have a heavy in the house, and if you're playing heavy in the house, you want to avoid showing yourself so early, otherwise that'll happen. If you're playing heavy in your house, the goal is to hide in the house and pop out and kill cart pushers when it's about here. If you have a heavy in your house, you generally want like a scout in the house as well. Could potentially put a pyro or soldier in the house too, depending on what you want to do. But at least scout heavy, if you're going to put anyone in the house. So as heavy, you just kind of live up here. You can shoot through this floor, kill anyone coming in. Then once the cart's like here, so a bit earlier than now, you would peek out up here. Your scout could run out through the door, just jump down and start killing players on cart. Just stall them those extra 30 seconds. And if you're sacking a house like this, expect to die. That is the goal. You stay here until you die. And you want to stall the cart back here so that you have time to respawn before they cap. Other things, if you're going to put a heavy in house, you can also have your spy cloak over here, disguise as a friendly heavy, uncloak and run away, so that they think the heavy left the house. That is something you can also do. Okay, what are we doing?
If I'm not going house, where should I go?
You heavy?
Yeah.
Oh, there's gonna be a dispenser in the little tunnel there to the left of where you're looking at. Just stand there if we're at first, and then because pretty much first is such a weird point that's like so hard to hold that pretty much no one actually holds it unless they're like crazy good. So
you hold first if you get hard held on second.
Yeah.
So actually, as heavy, you at the very start you can play out here to deny anyone bombing fast. So like anyone who's just bombing straight over, you can deny. But as the game progresses and the character's more forward and sniper starts to come out, then you would leave and just kind of play here and deny anyone walking into the mouth of tunnel.
But for the most part, first is a giveaway.
Yes. In terms of positioning, alright, so generally, I prefer to have medic down here, demo down here, spamming into them. If you are going to play up here, demo should be playing back here, spamming the choke from back here. If you're playing down here, it also lets your pyro stand over here without being inside of everyone, and so they have more dispenser. Where are they shooting you from? Oh, they're doing a main push, okay. So if they're doing a main push, you want to call that early. If they're doing a main push, you need to rotate and stuff them in the mouth of tunnel before your gun goes down. Once your gun goes down, they can do exactly what they're doing, where their demo is hard spamming you in apps, their heavy is waiting to kill people who drop down, and they're getting massive cart time. And then is their pyro waiting? There's soldiers in apps, yeah, that's pretty much exactly. Yeah. So you need to have a call from your spy. Your spy should be chilling, like on top of these lights here, like up here, or he should be chilling on here or something, calling the rotates between apps and tunnel, so that you know which way they're going, and you can rotate your demo out here to start hard spamming them, and your flank knows that they need to be playing passive, so they can just shoot them from the mouth of the tunnel without overcommitting into their combo. Because, if your gun goes down, you have problems. The gun down here, this engineer's a ringer, I assume, because that's like an advanced player. But yeah, the gun down here is good if they're going tunnel. It makes it a lot harder for them to shoot from tunnel and prevents them from focusing it. Also, the one thing you have to watch out for is if you're playing med up here, and part of the reason we're playing med down here is better, is sniper side tunnel just kind of kills you. It also lets your demo spam main easier. Sorry, apps easier. Are they going main again? They are. They're using through main. Now that is interesting. Okay. You should be looking to leave now. You dropped too many combo members. You want to just save your lives and get out because your spawns are really long. Yeah, demo. You want to try to live here. You need to give up the point. You're down too many. Yeah, because now your demo is going to be a late spawner, and it's going to be hard for you to hold third. Once you start losing the point like that, and you're down a couple of your combo members, you need to just get out and leave. Because if you wipe your combo, especially on second to third, because this track is so short, it lets them just roll you into third, and then you lose 2 points for the price of 1, which is never good. So make sure you're leaving early enough that you don't get wiped. And if you're down players, I would start off holding bunker down here. So what that look like is your gun and demo over here, your heavies over here, your medic's playing back here with your pyro. Pyro watches stairs. Your medic can leave if they need to, and but you can hard deny cart from down here, and it's pretty safe. Playing up here in red room is the more aggressive hold if you have a bunch of players up, which you do now. Medic positioning is good, heavy is fine, demo is fine. The only thing I'd say is soldiers should be playing playground up here. Playing on the roofs like the scout is, a soldier is really good, and you're just denying sniper from playing up here. The big thing the flanking needs to do not let the sniper stand right here or your medic dies. Specifically right here outside of red room on this pack, the sniper can get your medic. That is the only place they can get your medic. Playing on platform is trash, never play on platform. If you're going to play out here, play in bunker. If you're going to want to be aggressive, play in red room. Platform's just too open, it's too easy to die to sniper, it's too easy to get bombed. Playing bunker is way safer and you deny the same space, really.
What if they Uber out of red room and we hold bunker? What should we do?
Laugh, because the Uber will do absolutely nothing.
Oh, okay.
Because so if they're Ubering out of red room, they Uber, they're up here, and you're down there, and what the hell are they doing? Nothing. What you gotta watch out for when you bunker is, if they would Uber off a platform, what they'd do is they'd be on platform, then they drop straight down into you. They drop straight down into you, like on a heavy or solo heavy down here, and if that happens, your pyro needs to be watching for it. Like it should be called that they're about to use, they're about to use. Your pyro would be playing forward, ready to just stuff that heavy back, and you just kind of counter and blast them back. Don't let them get underneath your bunker with the Uber. Also, you did actually all get out here. That's good. Yeah, you left, so you can actually hold fourth, which is good. If you get caught in like that, just die fast, so you spawn fast.
We weren't really like holding on platform. We were just trying to fight back for red room, just to not give them any space. I'd rather exchange there than under bunker, because then my team just gets threaded and I have to flash a lot, and then like we just lose the Uber. I'd rather like exchange in the choke where they could just absorb like a million stickies.
So if you're trying to rotate into red room and they're in red room as you're rotating and you end up exchanging up here, that's not terrible. What you want to avoid doing is lingering up here when you're not like pushing into them in red room. And I wouldn't intentionally push platform with the intention of exchanging into them in red room. I would only say that that's okay if you accidentally run into them in red room. Because so the thing is, you're on defense. You don't need to kill them. You just need to deny the cart. And them being in red room, they're not pushing the cart. So them being up here isn't winning them the game. And from being up here, they can't do much to you. The best they can do is put a demo over here, but he can get shot pretty easily by your heavy playing over here and your demo playing here. So, and if they do Uber into you, they just drop down straight in front of you and just blast them backwards. And you shouldn't need to flash that many people. You can probably just solo pyro. But what's going on up here? You guys have lost a lot of space. Where's your medic at? Am I spectating the medic? Why can't I see the medic? Let me find medic. There you are. Oh, there you are. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you guys want to leave now. You're down too many. Definitely. You 100% want to be leaving now. Yeah. And even, so what I was looking for your med for is seeing your positioning. Even slightly before, where you push back into ramp and they have all of this space, you wanted to be looking to leave a little earlier. Basically, once you're forced onto ramp on this point, you want to be looking to leave. If the cart is really far back, you can come through here and rotate up to shutter and refight through shutter with your sniper. But you should avoid pushing out of ramp back into their combo holding on grass up here, because you're just going to get killed because they have high ground and better positioning. Like right now, you're just kind of feeding players into them, which is very bad. Once you lost the point, just especially if they have like the cut over here, you're not going to be able to take it back. You want to just save yourselves, not have terrible spawns, and hold last so that you all live. Okay. It's looking okay. Yeah, that demo's just going to die here. Yeah, he's dead. Okay. So it's heavy. They just used. You should be expecting cart sacks. So it's heavy. You probably want to be watching the cart here. Demo should be watching the cart. Make sure that gun's living for this cart sack. They focus the gun, yeah. So when I'm saying watch the cart, what you want to be doing is you can play up here to watch the cart more. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah. Yep. The one thing I would avoid doing is dropping down so far. If you want to fight players on the tracks, you can stand on these barrels here and crouch, and you can get pretty low and shoot players on the tracks with that, and still be able to get back up. If your heavy is down there, make sure you're hard tanking your heavy. And the heavy should be looking to get up as soon as fast as they can. Where's your demo's watching check? So now it's David about to have everybody that should be called, and you should be watching more tiles and more smoke over there. So your heavy should be playing on lights if you can. Your demo should be spamming into them up here. If they, you can potentially also tentatively peek this as demo to try to stuff them in smoke or stuff them over here. Just be very careful of being too aggro and be ready to immediately leave the moment you lose your buff. If you're doing that. So your flank is kind of dying. Your heavy should be calling that there's smoke. Your demo can be spamming through the window into them like he is. That's good. Yep. Good. They're using up left. The Uber's trash. Just kind of kite the Uber. And then you can use into them to kill them. Kill the people on cart. Yeah, that Uber's trash. You win those. If heavy's peeking the window post is good on that part. Use by clean up though. That's good. Engineer jumping into a level 3. Questionable. Demo, you should rarely jump down on the cart unless it's about to be capped. You want to just stand up here and spam onto it. It's a better angle, and like the heavy or pyro should jump down before you do. Yeah, you just had too many people trying to drop down when they should have been. The heavy is the first one who should drop down. If you're afraid of the cart getting capped, heavy should drop first. Like demo and stuff should be staying up here, denying space. And then if it looks like it's going to be capped, heavy should be on cart, and then you would Uber the heavy instead of just having a medic drop on cart with Uber by themselves. 8 minutes 30 seconds isn't a terrible time though. It's okay. Let's see how your offense is. So the first thing is look through this window. You have one guy standing in the window, but make sure you're actually watching for where the stickies go and where the whether or not they have heavies in this house or whatnot. Can I see what he's disguised as? He's the scout. Okay. Not very hidden. Funny soldier. Oh, nope, you sold yourself. That's terrible. Okay.
Was bottling facility always on the side of blue spawn?
Was what?
Was to the right. Is that,
Yes?
no, to your left.
Very confused about what you're talking
No,
about.
in the middle.
Oh,
right
that.
there. Is that new?
I don't think so. This map hasn't been updated in a while.
Oh, okay.
You're right, though. I don't recall that being there. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe we're just all blind and only noticed it now. The fact that those traps, A, didn't dead, and B, you didn't notice them is just very sad. That's just... if you're gonna... Actually, so heads heavy, rather than playing on the log, you can actually just head glitch right here. Standing on the grass here, you can head glitch right here. I was, I believe in the review earlier, that was my bad. I forgot where the head glitch was. I said it was over there, realized it wasn't, and said it was on the log. It's actually over here. So there is a head glitch here, and it's just right here. So you can play here instead of on the log. It's basically the same thing, though. You're just denying players over here so your demo can walk trench and spam into them. So they have players in the house? What do they have? Yeah, they have a heavy in the house. You should have seen that at the start. Get it called, and just he peeked too early as well. Yeah, just focus him very good. Also, it's heavy. You should peek up here. I know that's the other team's heavy, but just you see what happens when you peek there. You just get shredded. It's very sad. Right, about now is when you should be looking to bring your med out, so your pyro should be escorting your med out so they're not all alone. Because your medic's afraid to peek right now, even though they should be. They fear the spy. Yeah, so make sure someone's bringing your med out so they're not all alone and afraid. Yeah, there you go. And then so you want to stick with the cart, push the cart in. You want to get cart time, then exchange in the apps. So you should be looking to rotate in a couple seconds. Probably about now you want to rotate. No, are we just pushing main? Okay. Generally you want to exchange in apps before you push main. And make sure your engineer is watching for spy on your mid. And your sniper is dead, but they would be watching for spy on your sniper too. Yeah. Yeah, you're lingering in main too long. You want to exchange apps so that you can just get the Ubers out of the way. And then you would dry push main. Because the thing is, it's really hard to force them with your Uber from down here. It's much easier to force them by going through apps, but pushing down here is better once the Ubers are gone. Are we rotating apps now? Yes, now we rotate. Okay, yeah, you want to be a bit faster to rotate apps. You generally rotate apps when the cart's about here, and when you demo should be coming with you. And when you do rotate apps, just make sure you're watching for traps in here and on the sign, because those can drop your med end here as well. Traps can be there. Can also be traps in here if the spy opened the door for them. Solo pyro, yes, very good. Make sure your pyro lives in the post. You should be looking to leave now. You want to be leaving. You don't want to feed players here. Nope, I lied. You're winning these. I lied. That's my bad. The med is dead. You win these. You should bring your heavy in too. Your heavy doesn't need to hold open the door. They're all dead. You should just bring your heavy in, committed, and win. That's unfortunate. Yeah. I think the heavy was hiding on the window here. Make sure you check over here for the heavy, and make sure your heavy is committing to that so that you can focus that heavy properly and actually win those. If anyone's going to hold open the door, it should be your med. If anyone's going to hold open the door, it should be the med.
My mentor said not to like Uber flog in, but rather to have the flog stack in and force them.
That is a viable strategy if you have oomph, yes. So we need to clear stickies. The pyro pops, oomph runs in, tries to force them. That is viable. It requires a bit of luck, and it requires your pyro to have flog. It is probably more consistent to Uber the flog pyro, but it can be more effective to have the flog pyro sack. So it's just risk versus reward kind of thing.
If we're holding second,
Oh no, you go first.
Oh, okay. If we're holding second and they Uber out of apartments, and I've got my sentry like on the bridge, what should I do? I mean, I take out the Wrangler, but if I back out to the other side of the bridge to try to like sponge damage and try to hold main, then usually sniper can pick me off, or soldier can bomb, or spy can lock me up, and I'm super vulnerable.
So the simple solution to this is have your pyro right click, and then you can stay in here with no fear.
Okay.
Because if their team is getting through this choke, you have already messed up, pretty much. So
as soon as they're through apartments and like taking space, I should move my stuff.
Well, so the thing is, they should be getting stuffed in this doorway. Once they Uber, your pyro should immediately get Ubered, and the pyro right clicks, and they can't walk through this doorway. Is what should be happening. And if they're getting stuffed in here, you as engineer can just chill right here, and you're perfectly safe to stand here, right? If they do get into here and they start killing you, I guess rotating out here is fine. I don't really know. You could also try hiding here. This would probably be relatively safe as well. Yeah. And then, did somebody else have another question?
Oh yeah, my mentor said that if Pyro's running flog, not to really use on him, but rather to solo demo through apps.
I mean, you can. Solo demos through here are kind of trash, honestly. If the flog pyro is sacking with oomph and they get the force in, you could solo demo potentially, but that would require there to be that force to start with.
Because if Pyro has oomph, it's just better for him to sack in anyways. So
yeah, again, if the pyro with the oomph is sacking, they're going to be dead. At which point, Ubering the demo is fine. But if the pyro doesn't have oomph, them just sacking in as a lone pyro generally isn't gonna achieve much, because they're just gonna die. So it requires the pyro to have oomph to do that. So I wasn't really talking much about the game there, but you wiped them pushing through second, and you took space on third, and just spawn camped them and immediately capped third, which is good, and is why you should avoid feeding players on second. So now you have disad. You should basically just be looking to push the cart and keep your med alive here. You don't want to be walking. You don't have cart time to get super aggressive, and they have that anyway. So you want to be looking to just get cart time here. Just push the cart, so that when you do eventually have Uber, you have the cart time to make it work. Oh, their med drop. Now you have massive ads, so your med should be trying to live here, or your med can hard commit and you can try to win off heals. Looks like you're hard committing with your med to try to win off heals, that's fine. So what you want to do here is have your heavy head glitch and support your heavy with your demo. You beam the heavy here. Yep, so make sure you're supporting your heavy here, beam the heavy here. You now actually have space on grass, so once you have space on grass, you want to get forward onto grass, have your demo and heavy. Your heavy head glitches here, your demo's playing here, spamming into them. And you just hard hold them and ramp here. Don't let them walk out of here. What you want to avoid doing is all stacking on the cart. So what's happening right now is you're giving them this space up here for free, and they're going to be able to push out of ramp and potentially fight you on cart. And if they kill your cart pushes for even a second, this rolls all the way back down. They seem do not pushing out like they should. You gave them enough space that they could have rushed out, but they didn't. Which, I mean, okay. But yeah, you definitely want to hard hold them on grass here. Tragic. You definitely want to hard hold them on grass here. Not let them take the space on ramp. Not let them have the chance to break out and kill your cart pushers. They have ad now, so you want to be running cart sacks. Just like have all your players stand on cart, push the cart, focus the gun, push cart. Even with your med up, you can still do it. Just everybody gets buffs now. And you're feeding a couple of players though before you actually are in the cart sec stage. Like you want to stay alive until the cart's like here, and that's when you start focusing the gun and getting forward. You definitely don't want to be going tiles with 30% Uber. You want to be tiles when you have Uber, not when you're at dised. Also, do you have someone opening? Your sniper's opening. Do you want to send your demo a pirate to open that shutter for you? They go through vents, they come over here, they hop up here and open shutter. Smoke is not the best place to send all your players. You can get stuffed by a soldier really easily, and you end up fighting heavy if he's there. So now you do have Uber. Now's a fine time to be in tiles, but you ended up sitting outside of shutter for like 20-30 seconds, so it would have been better to run a cart sec in that time. So focusing the heavy off of center window before you Uber is good. That's unfortunate. You drop 2 of your combos. You want to leave here. Your Uber will be trash if you do use. Your med drops again. That's unfortunate. Yeah, you just stayed in a little bit too long after dropping 2 combo members. So again, you just want to run cart secs here. Just run cart secs. Look at how close the cart is. If you can get like a solid cart sec in here, you could potentially cap it. And your spy's doing the right thing here of just tapping the cart. Yep, and he's going to live. He's going to go for it again, potentially. No, he's just living. That's fine. But yeah, that's just what you want to be doing is just run cart secs, tap the cart. You win the game by capping the. Yes!
Yeah,
Spy
no,
is winning the game. Your
Your
spy is winning the game. Just keep doing that and you win the game.
Is that it literally can't peek the angle that the card is at if it's right up against the edge.
Yes.
If it's where it's at. So you can just rush the cart if the sentry's up there because the engineer's being dumb.
I mean, no, the sentry up here is actually good. You're just depending on other players to shoot that side of the cart. Because the gun up here is really hard to kill during sack waves. It's a passive gun, makes it really hard to kill, but you can still wrangle it to deny almost the same space on cart. But yeah, you guys just want to run coordinated cart sacks here, not feed players. So what you're doing right now is you're tentatively trying to cart sack and just bleeding players. If you're going to a cart sack, you need to just walk forward, no fear. Don't worry if you die. Just all stack the cart, all shoot the gun, and all die to push the cart. None of this half committing to cart pushing, half of us dying, and then the other half leave. You want to just commit to sacking for this cart, and that way you get cart time. You may not like actually cap it, but you'll push the cart a noticeable distance. And if you do it a couple of times, you'll get it in, or you'll make it close enough that you can get it during an Uber exchange or whatnot. The big thing is just make sure that you're leaving your pyro with your med so that your med lives, and make sure you're not fearing and actually walking forward for the cart sack. Alright. Is this is botfly team? Okay. You guys are blue. Alright, so again, make sure you're looking through here to watch what they're doing. It looks like you have one player up here. Very good, very good. And then I fast forward because there's nothing else to say.
Also, soldier. A funny thing my mentor told me you can do on offense second is equip the quote Air Jordans or the man treads, and since you don't get knocked back by the sentry, you can just like walk in and sack for the med while people pressure from apartments. It's very funny.
New pair of Yeezys.
Probably want more players sacking into their defense here. It's just a soldier. You can send like the heavy into the head glitch. Your demo can be walking in trench to spam them from down here. I mean, why? Why jump from there to the lock? I don't understand.
I don't know. I was gonna do the other head glitch before until I realized that it didn't work.
Oh yeah, sorry, that was my bad. During the first review I gave you guys, I lied and said this was a head glitch. It's actually over here.
Can't believe you would lie, SMH.
Yeah, I know.
Was he bad?
Yeah, it is true. I am in fact bad at the get. What? Okay. You want to stick with the Cartier combo, push it into the tunnel a little bit, and then you rotate apps once it's at this corner. Now is about when you want to be rotating back to apps. Yeah, you're sticking with card a little bit too long. You want to exchange an apps, get those Ubers out of the way so you can push main. But I don't... Okay. And then once they use, you basically just want to leave. And that's the problem with Ubering 2 players through apps is you tend to drop one player, so you want to pick a player and just solo them, generally. And also, once they use, you pretty much should be trying to leave. Make sure Heavy opens that door so your medic doesn't get caught in and die. The entire goal of this is just to force the Ubers. Make sure, like, pretty much the moment they use, you just leave. Unless you're, like, absolutely obliterating them for some reason. Then you basically just want to leave. And you want to rotate main. Your Pyro here is healthy, so your Pyro's just going to wait here, flog in once you get to about here. But right now you want to walk in and focus the gun. Don't let you demo out of the scout. Okay, very good. Yes, and so now the play here is focus the gun. Yes, so we're rocking main. Your flank should be side tunnel here. You don't want your flank main. If you send too many players main like this, so your soldier's got a main right now, it makes it really easy for the other team to focus all of you, and you get stuffed pretty easily. So you need to flank side tunnel, just for that alternate angle to create some space for you. Yeah. Your demo should... It is a better angle for demo to be side tunnel, but if you're going to go side tunnel, you really need to trust your flank to just obliterate their flank, which is by no means a guarantee. So it's better to just play main and accept the fact that you're not super effective in killing the gun and trust your spy over here and your flank and side tunnel and your heavy to just kill the gun for you, and then you walk in and have all your stuff loaded and just spam into them. You have everybody, so now you want to be rotating back to apps to take the exchange into them. Using it on a main isn't going to be particularly good. You waiting for the sniper pick, I assume is what's going on here. Sniper is dead. Do we play off the sniper pick? What do we... Okay. So if you're gonna just chill in main for that long and you get the sniper pick, you might as well play off the sniper pick in main. It may let you use a little bit late. But yeah, because otherwise the moment you get Ubers, you should just rotate apps so that you're not wasting time. Because just standing around with Uber for 20 seconds, you just waste 20 seconds pretty much when you could have instead just... Yes! The voice line cancel, very nice. Fat, it's beautiful. Look at them melt. Yes. Killed one. That heavy, they drop heavy, you win these. You want to recommit to this, in the post. The sentry super low, recommit to this. Bring your heavy in, you win these. Your heavy needs to commit to this, you win these. If your heavy just peeks this and shoots, tragic. Yeah, okay. So what happened there is your demo committed a little bit too early. So what you want to do is after you force them, it was going to be better. You back up a little bit, wait for everybody to fade, then you refight with your players healthy after they drop 2, and it's just going to be a lone demo. You spam the demo out of that doorway, then you fight the gun together instead of standing in here while you're un-Ubered and they're Ubered. You want to wait a little bit longer before coming in, but once the Uber fades, you definitely want to refight this. And the heavy can commit to that too. Once they're 2 down, the heavy can definitely commit to it. Anyways, after you take that exchange, you want to rotate main. Pyro stays up there, and you refight main. So make sure your flanks and side tunnel. I do see flank side tunnel. You're spamming the gun. Make sure you're all spamming the gun. Spam the gun. You spam. Your combo needs to support your flank here. Spamming this gun. Oh, your heavy's dead. I see. That's unfortunate. Yeah, where's your spy at? Where's he? Is he? I don't see him. No. Oh, that's tragic. And again, once you have Uber, you want to...
I'm currently in apps, I believe.
You're right here. I see you now. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. You're not always going to be able to shoot the gun. But if you're playing over here again, make sure you have your engineer watching your med so your med doesn't drop like that. And the moment you have Uber, you basically want to be rotating back to apps. You want to exchange through apps, get Ubers out of the way, and then rotate back to tunnel to fight main without Uber, without any team having Ubers. But now they have ad. You can still go main even if they have ad. You go main even though they have ad. You try to dry fight through main. You'll get a lot of card time and potentially force them, and then you'll have ad, and you can just use them apps with your ad. Yeah, so the big things I'm seeing that are killing you here, you're having a little bit slow of rotates, and you're not coordinating your pressure out of main. Well, you're pushing main, but sometimes you don't have side tunnel pressure. Sometimes you don't have main tunnel pressure, and so you're just kind of not pushing it together. And so you're focusing the players that are pushing, and you're just not getting much space out of it. So the big thing is make sure you're giving those countdowns when you're pushing this, and make sure you're all shooting that gun at the same time, so that once the gun is down, you can all flood in and fight them in apps, rather than just kind of staggering the pushes. And again, make sure your engineer's watching your med, because your med's just kind of alone in terms of protection. And again, once you have Ubers, you want to rotate apps and take the exchange apps. You're peeking sniper a little hard here. That's the spy is probably very angry. Yeah, again, notice that these did they use? Yes, they must have, because they don't have enough to. Probably walking through at that time is pretty good. If you had a bit more players, then you could have won off that. But yeah, notice how your Uber through main did not accomplish much. That's why you want to Uber through apps, exchange through apps, and then you refight in the post main. Okay, you got 50 seconds. You want to be main because you don't have your Ubers. Make sure you have pressure from main and side tunnel. Make sure your flank's healthy in side tunnel. Again, make sure your soldiers in side tunnel rather than main. Same thing with your scout. Your soldiers playing side tunnel, scout's kind of protecting them, and that way you have that split pressure and they're not able to just all focus you in main. Do we get the pub push? You will have overtime here. The pub push is looking doable. Aw, nope, that's sad. They're probably gonna... Oh, no? Hey, you got the pub push, let's go.
I think our team just fears too much, because we never really pushed out of main.
Yes, that is correct. So you didn't have enough pressure, you didn't have the correct split pressure at the same time from side tunnel and main, and so you were taking too much spam, you kind of feared. Yeah, you just kind of feared walking forward. The same thing was happening on your cart sacks on last. You feared sacking for the cart. Oh, you guys are offense now, so you are setting... I don't even know, I'm not paying enough attention. Yeah, so you have 2 minutes to push third. It's doable. So right now, you guys, you drop the med. You have ad. You don't have yet though. So you wait for your players, and you can run card sacks, or you can just run card sacks now because they have no med. But yes, wait until you have Uber, run card sacks while you're waiting. Once you have Uber, if you're playing bunker, you want to go red room. If you're playing red room, you go main. You're med. That's unfortunate. Well, now you just go back to running card sacks. That's fine. The spy is so angry. Oh, then red dies again. Now you have ad again. Barely have time to use that ad. What you want to avoid doing right now is feeding players. They're really low and unhealthy. If you go for a card sack right now, you have all your players. They have very few. You can win this pretty easily. They're 4 down. You just get in. You win these. Win these. Yes, you have some players in. Yes, get more players in and you win these. Yes, there we go. Now we're coming in. They're spawning, but they're going to be a bit too slow. They don't have enough space to deny this. They're just going to feed if they walk in. You need more players in. You're fearing. You're fearing too hard. They're down a bunch of players. Get in and you win. Yes. Yes. There you go. You get in and you win. They don't have space on 4th. If you're fast, you can take space on 4th. Nah, now it's too late. Too late. If you've been a little bit faster, you might have been able to take space on 4th. If you had committed more players to 3rd, you could have rolled them higher, got in place space on 4th too, but oh well, it happens. You guys have an ad, so you want to be getting cart time now. Your med should be looking to live. Your pyro should be playing with your med. You have no sniper, so your medic doesn't have to fear peeking sniper. But your med should still be looking to live. Oh, that's tragic. Yeah, make sure your med's living in times like this, because you just needed cart time. There's still down a lot of players though. If you commit to this, it's still winnable. It's still winnable. No fear. All the players respond. Just get forward. They have like terrible space. They just have like a single demo. Tragic. Now you're waiting too long to get in. Now you're getting more players in. Okay, yeah, you're just kind of sacking to get the force here. Make sure you're tanking your heavy here. You don't want to be getting too aggro. Normally, you can't shoot through that, unfortunately. It's very sad. Now you have space on grass. Make sure you're just putting your heavy on grass. Again, ignore the cart. You're just gonna get the force here. They're gonna use into you here. Just get the force. Make them use. Okay, now that they've used, don't worry about cart time because you're just gonna roll down the ramp. If they let you cap this, they're dumb. They're dumb. Okay. You notice how you wipe, but the only players they didn't kill were the players on the cart? That's just them not pushing out. Like, the moment they used, they should have all flooded out a ramp and killed all of you. But they feared and didn't walk forward. That's unfortunate. Anyways, just run cart sacks on the last here. Yeah, you should be looking around cart sacks. You have Nomad, they have Ad. Just get buffs. Your red will be spawning. Red is about you want to be cart sacking, so just get buffs and then sack for cart. Make sure you're focusing the gun on these cart sacks. Make sure you're not fearing and walking forward. So on cart sacks, basically everyone's on the cart. Your demo can walk up here to start spamming the gun from over here. Spy, you probably wanted to wait a couple more seconds to go for that, because right now he's just going to build a gun and he's going to have a level 1 up at the time of cart sack. You want to sap the gun as you have 4 players on cart, as it's right here, so that way it's down during the sack rather than before. Just that timing thing. Make sure you're giving countdowns for those pushes so that your spy knows when to go in. But yeah, so now you want to cart stack. Don't fear. Just stand on the cart. Yep. Heavy, don't fear. Just walk in. You're a meat shield. Just stand on the cart and take damage and die. That's the entire point. Yep. So yeah, a lot of you players are fearing this. You just want to walk in. Yeah. So your pyro should stay with your med. Everybody else is looking to die. Literally everybody else should die in a cart stack except your med and pyro. And you want to all just die at the same time on the cart, pushing it. 7 players walk at gun, 7 players shoot gun, gun goes down, you get cart time. But now that you should be looking to get into tiles and exchanging of tiles, beam your heavy in center window, clear out center window, then exchange on your demo through platform. And don't feed players onto cart while you have Uber. Especially since you have ad, you wanna definitely come at red room up here, put your heavy center window, beam your heavy center window, Uber the demo off a platform, start spamming them, and at the same time you can get coordinated cart pressure while they're distracted shooting your combo. You don't want to just feed through main with this. You want to be rotating, taking this uber fast before they have. Make use of your ad. Don't sit around feeding players.
When their demo's dead, is it fine to go with Uber in main?
So if you Uber through main, what's going to happen is they're shooting the same place. They're shooting your Uber down here. They're shooting your cunt pushers down here. It's really easy for them to just shoot you because you're all down here. As opposed to if you bring your Uber up here, they're distracted by your Uber up here. And your cart pushers can push it relatively free, right? The only advantage of going main, really, is that you're faster, but that's really it, because you have worse ground, it's easier for them to shoot you, they're not distracted. So, even with the demo down, I would say it's dubious to just flat-out Uber main. If you're going to do that, what you would do is you'd bring your Uber over here and Uber through up here to be fast, but it doesn't really take that long to get set up over here. You literally just have a soldier or a demo run through here, up to here, open the gates, and then you're in. It's their defense. Do we have time? Yeah, we have time for that. Yeah. So there's just the big things I'm seeing on offense is generally make sure you have coordinated comms on when you're pushing and when you want to be rotating and when you want to be taking those Ubers, because you're holding onto those Ubers for like a solid 20, 30 seconds every time, which really starts to add up. So make sure you have comms that you have Uber, make sure you know what you want to do with it, so that you get them out of the way quick, so that you don't stall yourselves out. There's a defense. Yeah, same thing with crit stickies. Don't stack them so much, because a crit sticky does 270 damage. 2 of them will kill pretty much anything. I mean, Fist of Steel Heavy might need 3, but like that's not really a good pick. I mean, it's not bad, but I mean, might as well spread them out and be more likely to get a pick, but focus on killing that one hyper-specific class. And kind of have an idea of where you want to put your crit stickies beforehand, so that you can actually get all of them to be crit stickies. What? Okay. The only time I would do that is if your spy calls that their med is out, because otherwise there's no reason to do that. Have you done? Yeah. So again, don't peek up here so early, because they can just see you up here. You want to be chilling down here, watching the entrance, watching for spy, and impulse feed. I see. Understandable. Watching the entrance and being ready to peek cart up here once it gets to like here, so that you can stall a cart time. rather than just dying to sniper or spy right at the start. You guys don't need to leave quite. No, you should leave. You're down too many. Yeah, you definitely should leave. Get yourselves a solid setup on. Get yourselves a solid setup on second. But you got. Oh, that's tragic. So what you want to do here is they have poor card time. They might be greedy and use into you fast. So you play to leave apps. You make them use to walk into apps, and then you just immediately give it up and leave. You have a couple of options doing that. If the card's still really bad, cart time and tunnel, when you leave, you can actually kite into tunnel and flood tunnel, kill all the players in the cart, deny them cart time, wait for the Uber to fade, and refight apps once the Uber fades. Or you can just kite it through here, leave to the next point. But you definitely don't want to hold this normal. You want to be looking to leave apps in some form once they use. And as medic, if you're looking to leave, you should probably play. They use stuff it and leave. You shouldn't fight this. Just leave. Just leave. Up the Uber strats because they solo a demo. So note that how easily you stuff this without Uber because they solo Uber to demo. Yeah, just do that to the Ubers too, and then you win the game. Yeah, if they'd like actually soloed a Pyro or something, they could have won that, but they didn't. Very sad. You guys are really clustered on the top left up here. You're gonna eat spam and die. Very bad. And you have insufficient eyes on the choke as well. So your heavy, if your heavy peaks now, you can shred them. Your heavy needs to peak. Where's your heavy? Oh, he dropped. Okay. Yeah, your heavy should have been there to fight that with that ad. If he got flashed, you could have just shredded everybody. Tragic. You should be looking to leave now, though. Your entire combo is dead. You want to just give it up. Don't feed players. It's technically winnable with how many dead they have, but it's super risky to stay in here since you lost apps. Now it is winnable. Now it is winnable if you get in fast. Potentially, but you risk having them immediately cap and get caught out. If you're going to get in, you need to do it quickly. The Uber's looking like you do have ad. Okay. No, they beefed that. You can get in there too slow. Potentially. Let's see how this hold is. No, now it's too late. You're too slow to get back into apps. You lost it. You want to give it up now. They have too many spawnies. If they walk at you, you're just going to die. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Now we're dying. And you want to just leave, save your players. Don't bother fighting this. You have definitively lost this now. You want to leave and save your players. Don't feed players and get rolled onto third. The other team is being dumb. The other team should be rushing you right now while you don't have apps. They waited too long and you might actually be able to hold it. Nope. Okay, now they're mulching you. Yeah, this is just the other team not committing fast enough, really. And letting you take back this space for free. Because now you have and might be able to hold it. Yeah, be careful of feeding all your players to the choke. You should avoid peeking this choke. Like, your soldier definitely shouldn't be peeking this. Because you're just feeding players so that they're spam. Now they have, they're going to exchange into you. Make sure you have something to body block the door since your pyro isn't here. Are they not going to exchange into you while you're down to? You get forced by the soldier, that's unfortunate. Now they're going to use into you. In the gap, yeah. Okay, yeah, that was just, so... You were only able to hold that because the other team was fearing walking into your single combo player. If the other team had had the foresight to walk into your single combo player, you would have just gotten mulched and died. Make sure you're calling focuses on that heavy. That heavy shouldn't be allowed to just live there that long without getting shot by a gun. Like, literally any other player shooting him would have just resulted in him dying immediately. So you guys are holding bunker because you're down players, that's fine. If you're holding bunker, make sure your demo's holding bunker with you. There we go. Nope, demo, please play bunker and win game. Okay, thanks. Demo calling for medic while your team's calling to hold bunker. Yep. Now you should be looking to leave. They're going to cap it. Don't feed here, just live. Yeah, okay. So make sure you're playing bunker. Make sure once it's about to be capped and you're losing players that you're leaving so you don't get caught in. Tragic. Because now they can potentially roll you onto fourth if they're fast to get forward. Yep, they are fast to get forward. If that scout dies, you're going to lose this. Okay, you lost it, pretty much. Nope. Where's their medic? Their medic? Where is their medic? What are they? Oh, the medic's a spawner. Okay. Still, you guys want to be taking grass here if you can. Because if they get space on grass, you lost it. Yeah, what you like? You have big space on grass. You can start getting forward, especially since you have ad. You want to be getting forward. Deny them the space here, because if holding ramp is a bad place to be, you want to get forward and hold on grass. So notice how they're just taking space on grass and mulching your combo while getting free cart time. You should leave. You're not going to win this. Definitely losing this. Don't get caught in and leave. Yeah, so yeah, just make sure you're pushing back forward, taking grass space if you're going to hold this point. Otherwise, leave. Don't hold your ramp. You will die and lose. It's tragic. 8-minute last. It's actually doable. This is doable. Last is a very easy point to hard hold if the other team is slacking a bit. Just gotta stagger them, make them lose confidence. You can hold it. Actually, focusing on these players in main, supporting your engineer. Okay, make sure you're watching that cart there, and tanking your heavy when he's watching cart and fighting them on cart. No, that's spy. That was tragic. Yeah, so just make sure you're focusing on these players in main better if they're cart sacking, and making sure you're calling it or they're dying. The big thing I'm seeing on offense, make sure you're not fearing, make sure you're pushing together. And on defense, make sure you're coordinated about whether or not you're holding a point. Generally, you should probably leave earlier. The team you were playing in that time just did not like walking in when you were down. Any questions about anything I was saying there? That is sounding like a no. If you're talking Nighthawk, I can't hear you.